I'm with Magic Netball Club, the whole team. A good and bad day today. You've won your first game against Aces in a very convincing win, so well done on that. And in your second game, you played Sutton Town and unfortunately lost that one. Let's start with Aces Netball Club. Who's going to just give some feedback on how you felt that game went against Aces?
Well, I felt like it went really well because we'd learned from our mistakes in our last matches and we corrected them in that one.
It was a convincing win. It wasn't. You didn't feel like you was under. Did you feel like you was under pressure in that game at all at any point?
A bit of it.
Yeah, because at the start it was quite even, but then you pulled away. I'm going to quickly move on to Sutton Town because you started so well, but then you kind of disappeared after the first quarter. Now let's talk about why that happened. Because in the first quarter you was on top, you looked the better team. In the second quarter, was it because they changed something, or you just was a little bit complacent?
I think it was because we were winning and then we weren't going as strong in the last quarters.
So, but what was the difference? Because in the first quarter you was dominant, you were doing very well. Then the second quarter it was a completely different team. What was the difference?
We kind of just lost our energy and we're kind of just slacking off everything on the second, third, and fourth.
We weren't going as hard as we could.
Why not?
We were driving out to the side instead of going forward.
And at what point, when it got to the third quarter, what did you feel you need? Did you try and implement anything that would try and change the game? What did your coach say to you to try and get back into the game? And did you feel you kind of failed in kind of implementing the strategy, or was it that Sutton Town were too good and you just couldn't get near them?
Well, our coach was saying how we should hold them and then drive out into space, but I don't think we were driving quick enough. We were all really tired, but we should have been giving our 100%, and we were just driving out and they're going straight in front of us.
Do you there's two ways of thinking of this. If you play a game first, you're kind of ready for the second game, or you could look at it as you play the first game, you get a little bit tired and you're not as energized for the second one. So there's two ways you can look at it. Be honest. Don't just make an excuse for making an excuse. But would you say that the first game sapped your energy for that game, or again was that irrelevant?
I think it did to maybe some of us, but maybe not some. Maybe some people thought it did, but some didn't.
Do you feel you was competitive enough against Sutton Town? Because they did look very competitive, and that's, I think that was what swung the pendulum in their favour. They seemed a bit more hungry for the ball, more aggressive for the ball. Did you felt you done everything you could to get the best result, or do you feel you could have done more?
I feel like we could have done more.
Yeah, definitely.
But you have played some really good teams. I think last week you played Stars. Who else did you play?
AP Saints.
Yeah, so you've played AP Saints, you've played Stars, you've played Sutton Town, who have three teams we've kind of earmarked as who are going to be up there. You've done relatively well against all three teams. Are you still hopeful that you can still achieve something within this league? Where do you want to be? Like at the end of the season, you've got 13 teams. What sort of position for you will show that you've had a successful season?
Top 4.
Yeah?
Yeah, at least definitely at the top 8.
Do you feel that's still a possibility?
I think you could make it.
And we're not back now until October, so what do you feel you need to work on especially to make sure that that kind of performance doesn't happen again? Because don't forget, in the first quarter, it was a fantastic performance. How do you keep that performance more consistent going forward?
I think we need to keep up our stamina and have stronger passes and more accurate passes, because we were just rushing through and we were really near the sideline, which we needed to be more in the centre of the court because we were getting all those balls knocked out.
Well, do you know what? Yes, you lost, but I'll tell you what, that was the best game we've seen all day today. So it's a great game to watch, so well done. And we'll see you again in October. Go on.
Can I say a big thank you to Ian G and a massive thank
because we couldn't have done it without her.
Well, thank you very much. I don't get many thank yous. I'll take that. Happy days. But well done. It was great. Again, great game. Thoroughly entertaining. We really enjoyed it watching it. So get back to training, and when we see you again, let's make sure we get that consistency, which you do deserve because you are a good team. So well done, Magic. We'll see you soon.
Thank you.